Welcome to death. Your presence here this evening marks a passage, ceremonious, deliberate, into what comes next. We gather not as spectators, but as participants in a communal relinquishment. Together, we allow what must fall away to do so that the world may flourish anew from what remains in the decay. This is a moment for celebration, and yet it is also a moment for mourning, for grief, because a death has occurred. Our reckoning with this death begins now. So, as many funerals do, we will begin with a eulogy for us.
Tonight, we are gathered, first and foremost, in service of mourning all that we have lost under the relentless brutality of capital and empire. Moving with an efficient and merciless synchronicity, these twin forces perform a complex and twisted dance that suffocates futures and leaves the past to rot unceremoniously. They have stolen our time, forcing our bodies into segmented and linear confines that have been erected around deeply inculcated and profoundly coercive notions of discipline and productivity. They have tricked us with stories, with myths, narcotic tales that drip into our ears, singing saccharine lullabies that keep us simultaneously sick, satisfied, and striving under the status quo. They have plundered the earth, our earth, the only one we have, and the only one we should care to have, propelling this sacred vessel headlong into ecological collapse. They have kept us from each other, fragmented by constructs of identity, borders, and fictions of kin, by poisonous claims about who deserves dignity. And when we resist, whether by fact or fancy, they have tried to bury us in the ground alive. Tonight, we are gathered for a second purpose, to mark with intention and fury and a primal embodied jubilance the death of capital and empire. It is ongoing, even if agonizing, and we do not mourn it. We are also gathered tonight to mourn all that we have not been given the chance to mourn at all. We have been systematically severed from our grief, both the acute and the existential. They tried to convince us that grief is pathological when it lingers past an allotted expanse of days. They grant us only a pittance of pause, bereavement leave, they call it, offered solely if the relative is deemed close enough. But what if it's a friend, a job, a home, an idea? What if it is an entire planet teeming with life? What if we have grown so numb, so terrified, and so spiritually inert that we have lost touch with the very ability to mourn. Lastly, we are gathered tonight to mourn and to celebrate the passage of our present iterations. Tonight, we will all die unnecessary death, and we will do so together. This death demands that we shed the burden of despair and, in its place, kindle the possibility with rigor. This death asks us to relinquish what we think we know about wealth, about family, about justice, about human nature, about everything. To remain open to the multitudes of futures that may arise from the hollow that forms. This death orients us towards love, over and over and over again, towards each other, reminding us that we, together, are both the antidote and the outcome of death. It is only one tiny death of many thousands we will undergo in our lifetimes, and our rot will forge the soil from which new life springs. Thank you to everyone for being here tonight, for choosing death.
And now, we call a voice to the stage, bearing an offering in song, a lament to guide us deeper into this evening's passage. Next, we enter the old turning of the seasons. As autumn closes and the fields fall quiet, Persephone, goddess of spring, prepares to leave the mortal world, as she does at the end of every harvest. And Hades, god of the underworld, ascends from the realm to guide her into winter. We begin at the moment their paths cross again, when the earth holds its breath between light and dark.
Persephone, my love, my spring. Why do you despair? The time has come for our long-awaited reunion. You have toiled hard to ensure the harvest. Now is the season for rest, the season for our love. This should be a time of great joy, not trembling sorrow.
Look at them, Hades. Look what they've done. What they continue to do. Year after year after year. They fence the land and say they own the soil itself, hoarding its fruits while others starve. Look at the way that they ravage our earth. This is not the harvest that I want for them. For myself, this could never be called abundance. I know it is not my place to care, but to witness this cruelty every year, It breaks my spirit. It makes me feel so lost.
Fairies the truth of the world. But let rest for a season, for there is still much beauty left to behold.
Says he who lives only among death and decay. What do you know of beauty, my love?
I know it when I see it. And I know that death makes way for new growth. It is the compost which makes way for whatever new magnificence may arise from the soul, the soil. So you could say I am in the business of cultivating beauty just as much as you. Only it is the unseen kind of beauty, the kind that waits in the darkness before the thaw.
Look at what they have mistaken about the world, about the way that the world should be. Look at what what they've gotten wrong about our love. They think you stole me away into the underworld. In truth, you offered me refuge and a place to rest. Yet they twist our story into the only myth that they know, one of conquest and trickery. I can't imagine love not born of violence.
Rest, you say. Then come with me. Rest. Let us consider this again when you are not so weary from stewarding the harvest.
Out of the window, there's
again abandon them in this turmoil, bleeding and defiling the land as they do? Perhaps I should not spend the winter away. I cannot help but consider it a great cruelty. If only I were to entice them with an everlasting bounty, then they might renounce their rapacious proclivities, concede that there is enough.
No, that is not the answer. The only thing they would learn is that harmony costs endless toil. They would glean nothing from such an answer that might move them to change.
What?
If we give them the frost, they will be granted time to reflect. And they will have to reckon with what stares back on the surface of the ice.
And what might move them? If they persist in this way, they will destroy everything.
firm to the seasons, for the seasons are one of few forces they cannot subjugate. They caution against the hubris of their dominion. If we do not grant them this season of winter, they will not come to peace with the wisdom that death is just as much a part of this world as life. We must let them sit inside the grief and the possibility of stillness.
Let winter be not penance, but stillness, as you say. Promise me that, my sweet dad.
Persephone, it is time. My spring, consider this. We are bearing witness to just one season of humanity. A dark one, yes, but it has not always been so, and it will not always be so. This season will end, and it will give way to another.
The seasons are a cycle. Will they not end up so again?
Perhaps. But maybe they will repeat in ways we cannot recognize as familiar. Perhaps they rhyme. Perhaps they echo. Perhaps they evolve and transform in a manner so mysterious that even the gods are not privy to understanding.
Rest, you say?
Rest.
I think I must rest.
And let us rest.
We stand now at the threshold, near the end that comes before the final passage, the quiet precursor to death itself. But before you may cross, you must be made ready to be unmade. The body, the mind, the self you have carried here tonight must be prepared for its dissolution and for what waits beyond it. It is time for your preparation to begin. I now invite forth the Death Shepherd, who will guide you through the rites that ready you for your next iteration.
Tonight we will pass through death. The soul that entered here will not return unchanged. Before the threshold opens, the body, the mind, and the spirit must be made ready. Please retrieve the bags you were given at the beginning of our journey this evening. Remove the 3 items from the bag. Earth. The soil is the first body. It holds the thousands of generations who have preceded you and the thousands who will follow. It is the vessel that holds us and the hand that provides for us. We will all become her, and then she will become us. Fasten the twine around your waist. You will carry the earth with you into your next iteration. Salt. Salt is memory. It is our laughter, our labor, and our tears. It is that which will not rot. It withstands the ocean's crushing tides and returns unchanged. Salt is the taste of our grief. We drink it to remember, to let sorrow course through us, feeding and freeing at once. Take the salt into your body. Absorb the memory and carry it into your next iteration. Seed. The seed is what is yet to come. It is the spark of revolution and the practice of hope. It is the promise of life nurtured by the patience of decay and guarded faithfully by the slow work of decomposition. We consume the seed to remember. Every beginning grows from something that has ended. Let the seed take root in you. You will reap the harvest in your next iteration. You are now ready to die. Step forward and gather for the threshold. May this crossing grant you wisdom, tenderness, and the gift of possibility, and the life that waits beyond.
Open. Follow me now and step with intention to death.